What do you say, guys? Should we start the show?
Let's do it.
Yeah.
Hit it, Alan.
Just a country boy, and he's making it good. He was y'all's underdog, dressed in beer overalls, living next to the woods. He liked to eat the sushi, but he don't even fish. Not so much a country boy, it's more like he's country-ish. Moved out of Hickory and headed for Southern Cal. Wound up in TV and film, making Popsicle proud. Now this country boy is back with his family. Got himself a podcast, he knows it'll last, 'cause he's in Hickory.
All right. Thank you. What up, bumpkins? Welcome to episode 147 of Country-ish. And today's show, it's like a 60-minute meatless, clumsy, nosy shot of NyQuil. What does that mean? It'll make sense. Post Malone and Tim McGraw take a fall on stage. In Best Trends, Tim Allen makes a 60 Minutes joke about Sleepy Joe Biden the same time NyQuil is trending. Coincidence? Also, I got more money for y'all. Call in for a chance to win one of my residual checks. How much is it? I don't know. I haven't opened it yet. Stick around to find out. Also, my man Marc Hunt is back. So we're going to unbox gifts we bought each other at a Goodwill in another edition of Goodwill Hunting. And in small town news, the COO of Beyond Meat nearly bit off a man's nose. Yeah. Well, you know what they say. You can pick your friends, you can pick your nose, but you can't pick your friend's nose. But you can bite the enemy's nose off. Your foe's nose. Who knows? You know. Anyway, look, we're live right now on Facebook and YouTube. And I got 4 people up in here checking comments and whatnot. Over here at this table, I've got Elliot, the intern, sitting there. And next to him is his intern Sergeant Marc have a balls deep. And over here to the right, I've got my resident Gen Z intern Isaiah, and sitting next to him is a very, very famous, handsome legend from Hickory. I'm talking about John Stamos' little brother, Marcus Stamos. How you doing, buddy?
Good, man.
Everybody say hey to the audience.
Hey, what's up?
All right.
Sitting on the floor over here.
Sitting on the what? Floor.
Yeah.
What happened?
I just this chair. Feels like I'm on the floor.
Oh, I didn't notice.
Look at me.
You look good.
Okay. Well,
It looks like a normal-sized chair. Did you want this one instead? We'll move you over here in a minute.
good.
You're getting a roller chair.
I want to be higher than Isaiah. I probably am.
I don't know if
anyway.
that's possible. That boy's got all these kind of edibles all the time. Let me ask you guys a question randomly, generically. Well, it'll make sense to the show. Have you ever bitten someone during a fight? Has that ever happened to you? Have you been bitten during a fight?
No.
Let me ask you at home. What about you? Have you bitten someone during a fight? Have you been bitten? Leave it in the comments section. And if it's on YouTube, we could probably read it in today's show because, like I said, we're live on Facebook and YouTube. But if you leave in comments on YouTube, my interns have the ability and the know-how to scroll backwards in time and read your comments. If it's on Facebook, we can't do the scrolling, but we try to read them the next week. And here's proof of that. I'm going to read comments from last week. Last week, I asked everybody, have you ever smuggled anything? And some of you have. Jason Hartso, he said, I've smuggled snacks and drinks into the movies when I was younger. Yes, we've all done that. That's a rite of passage. I feel like that's just what you do, you know. They charge you $8 for a thimble of Diet Coke, so you got to do something, man. Times is tough. Jason Summers, he said, my friend Dennis smuggled a large pizza into our local hockey arena. How the hell do you smuggle a large pizza? I mean, that's a flat square. Where do you hide it? You can't turn it sideways. The whole contents would fall down. How do you smuggle a large pizza in there, Jason? I want to know. Did you wear it on your head like a sombrero? I'm curious. Harley Davidson. Again, I'm reading the comments the way that I got them on Facebook. Okay? And you guys correct me if does it say, look, it says Davidson, right?
Yeah, Davidson.
Yeah. Smuggled 2/5 into a Motley Crue concert at Joe Louis in Detroit. Nice. I like that. I like your style. Again, I don't know how do you get 1/5 alone. I can see the airplane bottles. That's every day, all day. We've done that before.
Yes.
Airplane bottles. Rick and Diane Neese. I'm going to read it the way you wrote it. Love this show from Dante, Virginia.
It's Daint,
Shut up.
Virginia, not Dante.
I'm reading it the way it was written.
Looks like Dante.
It's Daint.
Love this show from Dante, Virginia.
Daint.
I smuggled beer on my bedroom for my brother and me got on bad trouble. So you going to tell me that's Daint?
Yeah, that's
You're right.
Daint.
That's Daint. Thank you, Rick
I
and
know,
Diane
because it's
Neese.
my hometown, okay? That's
Yeah,
how we
I believe
pronounce it. We don't
'Cause
pronounce
you
it
talk
Dante.
like these people right.
That's my uncle, by the way.
Oh, classic. I am not surprised. Hey, you might want to spell check yourself. Use a comma or something. Scott Reese, Crown Royal and Sun Drop. Maybe Royal Sun Drop or Crown Drop. That's what you made last time.
Yes, sir.
Did you have a name for it?
I have no name for it.
Yeah, okay. So maybe that's a good name for it.
I
what do
like
you call it?
Royal Sun
The
Drop.
Royal Sun Drop. Yeah, I like that too. All right, look, we're not just a live show. We're also a regular podcast for your ear holes. You know what I mean? We're on Apple Podcast, Spotify, Pandora, iHeart, Stitcher, Podbean, you name it. Anywhere you get a podcast, we are there. And if you want to help us out, you can join our Patreon support page. Yeah, there's many different levels you can sign up if you want to be a Helpy Helperton. And for just $5 and up, you get access to our Country-ish After Dark. Nothing, huh? What are you doing over there? I thought by now we would have this down pat. That's why I didn't say it. I just sat back and watched. And we had a good second of silence. I figured you guys would have this down pat. All right.
Never going to learn, are we?
The next one that we're doing after dark is September the 27th. We start at 9:30 right after this show. Go to countryish.com, click on support, and sign up. What is Countryish After Dark? Well, that's where we let loose. It's a private show just for you, the Patreon supporters, and we zoom you in to the show, and we talk to you one-on-one, and we let loose, and Marc could take his shirt off. You've taken your shirt off before.
And I will again.
He will again. That's right.
And I did it in your behalf when you were gone.
Yeah, that's right. When you weren't here, this Marc took his shirt off.
Thanks for stepping up.
Yep. So that's what we do for you guys. And anything else you want, really. Your wish is our command on Country-ish After Dark. All right, but if you have no money and you want to help us out, you can. You can write us a nice review on Apple Podcast. It's real simple. Go to Apple Podcast. Give us 5 stars. Write anything you want. We don't care what words you put down there. It's all about the rating. You give us 5 stars and write anything, and I'll have my intern, Isaiah, Hayseed Genzi, read the words that you wrote. And we have a new one, yes?
Yes, sir, by Garth, I guess.
Brock
Goats?
Garth Goats.
Brock Garth Goats.
Yeah.
Okay, had to write a review from the work phone with my full name. Follow me on Instagram. I think Marc should spend one day in the Phoenix sun shirtless. Oh, and I just want to say for the record, my name's Isaiah, and I'm not saying that last part. No, I'm kidding. I'll say it. My name's Isaiah, and I love tea bags.
Boom. All right. Thank you, Garth Goats. See, that's how you do it, folks. Whatever you want him to say, give us 5 stars, write it. I'll make him say it. So he had to
Figure out
say
if he likes Marc or he hates Marc.
Well, he put Marc with a K. That's you.
Yeah, well, either way, does he like or hate me? Because one day in the Phoenix sun shirtless, that's bacon time.
Yeah, maybe when you took your shirt off, he noticed the farmer's tan,
That's probably what it was.
and he thought you need some sun.
And should I give Garth the little
100%.
air horn because he
go.
said, I love tea.
I can't hear what you're saying because my fingers are in my ear hole. Okay. All righty. Thank you, Isaiah. Also, someone sent us an email, and I thought it was interesting, and I thought maybe you should read this email. Sometimes we get emails from y'all.
Corey Bowser. He said, I listen to the podcast weekly. I reside in central Pennsylvania. Sundrop soda is not readily available. I've spent some time in the Carolinas, so I've had Sundrop before. I'm fortunate enough to have a market 2 blocks from my house that sells Sundrop. It's the only place in Pennsylvania that sells it. Pass this on to intern Isaiah. Sundrop mixes well with Jim Beam or Evan Williams. Bicycle.
There you go. So maybe you try that next week, huh?
Yeah, that'll be a good drink to try.
Yeah, we'll try that, and you can think of a name for it. That'll be like one of your new jobs now that you're a 21-year-old man. Let's plug some tour dates real quick. My next gig will be in Washington, D.C., the nation's capital, at the Comedy Loft, September 22, 23, and 24. Then October 1st, and I don't know if this is open to the public, but I'm going to read it because it's a mouthful, and it's fun to challenge myself. October 1st, Roanoke Cattle Barons Ball, the Ardmore Equestrian Center in Fincastle, Virginia. Whew, that's like a mouth exercise. All right, boys, let's move on. How was your weekend, Marcus Stamos?
Weekend was fine.
What did you do?
Went to a local fundraiser benefit here in the Hickory area. Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Well,
It was
I saw
a
a picture of
casino
something.
royal. It was a it was like they bring casino tables out, and they gave me like $10,000 worth of chips and
What?
fake money.
Yeah.
And we played with fake money, and I lost the
games did you
$10,000
play?
in like 20 minutes.
Yeah.
So.
Did you play blackjack, or was it?
Yeah.
Okay.
And the dealer didn't know how to play.
my
Didn't really know how to
gosh.
play either. So it was fun.
Where was this?
Lake Hickory Country Club.
No kidding.
Yeah.
That sounds fun.
It was good.
Man, if I were here, I would have gone to that.
You would have been invited.
Yeah. Sadly, no, not sadly. I mean, I guess whatever. I was in Naples, Florida. Had a good time in Naples, Florida. But on my way there, I've started to take pictures of all my travels. And I'm going to document the things that I see when I'm in the airport or in a car or in the plane. And I thought I would share them with you guys. This picture that we're looking at now, this guy, he's a loud talker guy, right? So I'm just hanging out by the gate waiting to board the plane by myself up against the wall, actually away from the gate. I'm just kind of away from people. This guy strolls over next to me, puts his foot up on his suitcase, very, very Captain Morgan-esque, and just proceeds to talk very loudly on his cell phone. And you guys know I hate that. Loud cell phone talker. So I had to take a picture and shame him. I also made a video of this. If you're on my TikTok, you can see the video. The new thing I'm doing is, you know how TikTok and I think Instagram or Facebook can caption the audio of your conversation, of whatever it is that you have that you're posting. It'll put the words in there for you. Well, if my phone can pick up your conversation and caption it, you're talking too loud.
Yeah.
And it did with this guy. So I had to show everybody that. All right, what's the next one? The Alan Jackson. Oh, yeah. Okay. So I don't always make it to first class, guys. Okay. I was back here in coach with the serfs.
With the lowlanders
And
the regular people.
I was sitting next to this dude, and we played ourselves a good old fashioned game of armrest wars. Who's going to get that armrest? And you got to get up early in the damn morning if you want to take it from Carl here.
Carl.
I
Those
mean,
elbows.
he
looked
was
like
on
he's
the
prepared.
plane. Yeah, he had already claimed it, right? And so I thought I would document this, and it was a good long battle. You know, it was like 2 hours. He's got it here, but he's with his lady and he's watching a movie that way. So there were times where he would move and reach over there, and then bam, and I got it for a little bit. Went back and forth for a little while, but he had some hairy damn arms, man. Look at that.
Wow.
All up on me. Very, very ticklish.
Did you bring any of those home with you?
Probably.
Yeah, they probably stuck to you.
They probably have some. So good on you, Carl. To the victor go the spoils.
I would let him have it too.
Yeah, I'll let him
Rub
have
up
it.
against them.
Yeah. Okay. So what are we? So now we're looking at. This is me on stage in Naples, Florida, at Off the Hook Comedy Club, and that's an interesting club. First, you got to know a little bit about Naples. Naples is all rich old people. Okay. And this restaurant has really good food, and so people come for the food, and they stay for the comedy.
Ah.
So they got people showing up to this place who are regulars, and they don't even care who the comedian is. And they feel like they're sort of like, this is my club, and I don't know you. You need to introduce yourself to me. You know, it's almost like
Outsider.
you got to be, I'm an outsider. This is not a Jon Reep crowd. This is an Off the Hook Comedy Club crowd. And I've got to prove to them that I'm worthy of being there, you know. So it's a little tough. They can sniff out if you're doing an act or if you're going off the cuff. And so you've got to really walk this line of making it look like, am I doing an act or am I? So I had to do a lot of improv. And a lot of crazy things happened this weekend, guys.
Do tell.
All right, so what's the next one we got there? All right, that's the guy I worked with, Nathan Wallace. Very good, very funny guy. This is after the show. We went to a sports bar close by and watched Thursday night football, and then Sunday we watched football. All right, and that's Joel Fry. I'm wearing his hat right now, and what's your name again? Elliot is wearing his shirt, Mullet Brothers. He has a song, and I'm going to be in his video. And Joel's an old friend of mine who's been coming to the show in Naples for years, and every time I'm there, he's there. Fellow ginger. He looks kind of like me, so we have fun with it. We just tell the audience who doesn't know me that that's my brother. And so he gets a lot of handshakes at the end of the show as well. It's pretty funny. We never tell people that we're kidding. There might be a video I sent. Yes. All right. Now, this was a distracting thing that happened. Very touchy subject. This was first show Friday night, or it could have been Thursday night. First show Friday night. On the front row, we have a guy who may or may not have Tourette's or Asperger's or autism or something. He can't sit still. Let's play this video, Alan.
The house, the kids, pulled a 40-hour
Nathan
job,
Wallace is
but
on
then you look
stage right now
amazing the entire
doing his
time
act.
doing it. I mean, you can see it around
As you
the
can see,
room.
this
Like,
guy
Look, I see you get
cannot
ripped
stop
jeans,
rocking
right?
back
You get the
and
purpose
forth.
strips with the makeup,
And it's on the
looking
front
good,
row,
right?
and he is
Oh,
in
you
the
put on a
light,
t-shirt, good for you,
and
buddy,
everyone
good for
in the
you.
crowd sees it
Come on, come
and
on.
is kind of wondering, how are you going to handle
You guys
this?
do so much. Like,
And,
if
you know, I'm not an a-hole. I'm not going to walk up and go, what's up with you, dude? Because that's not nice, and that's I'm not going to win any fans over that way. So it's a very slippery slope. You have to kind of walk gently when you do this stuff. So I high-fived him, and he was very happy. And at one point, in their drinks, they got these little stir sticks that have this little, like, gel flamingo or a dolphin, like a gelatin type thing. I don't know. It's really not edible, but like, you know, like a jiggly thing or whatever. He had two of them, and he was doing this at the end of the jokes. At the end of the show, he was doing this. And at one point, after I did some crowd work, got a big laugh. I said, "Can I?" And I grabbed the sticks and I did it with him, and I made friends with him. And so we handled it good. But I'm telling you, that is so hard. That's a delicate thing.
That's a test, and should have gave him a drum set.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. He was playing the drums hard in the beginning.
Yeah.
Looked like he was doing the mashed potato a little bit. I think that's what that was. So that was one show. And another show, you know, I was doing that offer where gingers get in free second show Friday. Mm-hmm. That bit me in the ass because I had to kick a ginger out. Yeah. While I was on stage, a drunk couple are in the crowd. Second show Friday, always the worst. And the dude looked like Prince Harry, you know, and the lady with him was cute blonde. But they were arguing with each other a bunch, and they were being loud. And then randomly they would do a thing after a joke, not just me, but the other guy. You do a joke, and they go, "Oh yeah, right," kind of like,
oh no,
like questioning you or something. And then at some point I went to him And even his own wife slammed him one time. I forgot what she said. She slammed him. And I forgot how it came up, but he goes, oh, shit. He could tell he's drunk. He's slurring his words. Oh, shit, I could tell it's some jokes. I was like, oh, yeah, well, quit your job and hit the road for 25 years straight, and then maybe one day you'll end up up here, And then, as I said, I turned and looked over here, and then all of a sudden I looked back, and he's walking on stage.
Oh, no.
I'm like, oh, boy, here we go. And I wasn't threatened by him. I was like, okay, let's see where this goes. I said, come here. And I had my hand out like that. I put my hand on his shoulder, and I had the microphone. I was like, well, let's go. And he wasn't facing the crowd. He was facing me, right? He was leaning in like this. And he was trying to grab the mic away from me. And I was like, no, that's okay. I'll hold it. You just talk. And he goes, okay, well, so you're amazing. And then as he's getting those words out, the manager of the club is going, hey, off. Like, because the manager doesn't know exactly if this is a threat or not.
Yeah, he don't know you're messing with him, kind of.
Well, you can't really walk on the stage. Yeah. That's taboo. We've seen what's happened with Will Smith getting slapped in the face. I mean, Will Smith slapping Chris Rock in the face. Dave Chappelle got attacked. So anytime now anyone walks on that stage, that's a threat. That's aggression. That's an act of, possible assault. Who knows? So the manager's job is to make sure I'm safe. And so he comes up there and grabs him off stage. And there's other bouncers with him. They're trying to get him to sit down, and he's doing like this. He's like, get off me. And before you know it, he's turned toward him. He grabs the manager, and the manager, which he doesn't know, also does a little kickboxing on the side. So he did a foot sweep, like went, and before you know it, this ginger was upside down with his feet there. I just saw white legs sticking up. I was like, oh my God. And other people get up out of their chairs, and you hear chairs moving around. And I was like, someone please pull your phone out. Why is nobody? I couldn't get to my phone in time, and they had to kick him out and call the cops. And I did another 20 minutes after that.
That's odd. Somebody didn't put that on their pull their phone out. That happens every time something goes down.
Yes, but here's why. Naples, old people. They don't know how to get to their phone. They don't know how to get to the camera.
Yeah, it would have been over by the time.
So sadly, we couldn't document that. But other than that, I had a fantastic time in Naples. And thank you all for coming to Off the Hook Comedy Club. I'm glad you came. Shout out to Joel Fry. Let's move on. I think we get to our first segment. What say you, boys?
Yep.
All right. So you know what I do here? I go to your Twitter, see? Click on hashtag. And I see what it is that's trending. I find, and I talk about whatever other people are talking about. It's how you know we're in the know. It's how you know we're keeping up with the Joneses. It's called, ooh, it's the best trends. Here's what you're talking about. All right. Hashtag Post Malone. Hashtag Tim McGraw fall 2-for-1 special. 2 people fall down this weekend while performing their little musical acts. Have you seen these, Stamos?
I have not.
None of them?
I heard Timmy Boy fell, but no, I've not seen either one.
You've not seen either one of them?
No.
What say you, Isaiah?
I haven't seen these videos.
Yeah,
I don't
this
even
is
know.
the best trend segment. These guys don't even know what we're talking about.
Who
They're
is
living in
that
a
first
bubble
guy?
in their ivory towers.
Who's that first guy you mentioned?
Come down to the real world, guys.
Well, you did just let him out about an hour before the show.
That's true.
Right.
That's true. Post Malone. He's
Already, I have
a
no clue.
rapper.
Already.
This is your age group, dude. You're supposed
I
to know
don't
who he
listen
is,
to
not
that
me.
crap.
You listen to rap, don't you?
Old school rap like NWA, Run DMC, LL Cool J.
I like
Not
that about you.
junk.
I know. I
So
applaud
if
you
you're
for that
20 years old and are listening to Post Malone, quit and listen to NWA, listen to Ice Cube, listen to Snoop Dogg, listen to the
one.
old stuff.
He's got an old soul.
I'm sure they'll listen to him.
He's got an old soul. Yes.
And to be fair, Post Malone did do a song on Ozzy Osbourne's latest album as well, and it was pretty good.
Oh, he did?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. Now, here's the thing. I don't know a lot about Post Malone, but I have heard through the grapevine that he's very good to his fans. Like, he goes out of his way to be nice to all of his fans and all this stuff. And even though it's not my cup of tea, I can appreciate a guy who works hard and is nice to his fans.
I think he might be related to Carl.
Well, he got his name from Karl Malone. Yeah. The guy who was known as the Postman.
Yep.
That's what it is.
There's a connection.
Exactly. So Post Malone falls down on stage. Let's take a look and let's see which one we like better. Do we like the Tim McGraw fall or the Post Malone drop? Okay, look at that. He's on stage. He's high-fiving his fans, being a good guy, right? No one's going to get ignored at a Post Malone concert. Boom!
Oh, he got hurt.
Man! Dude, gravity
You
hit
notice how
hard.
the music, the sound kept going?
Yep.
Lip sync.
That's exactly what I was going to bring up. I think this dude was a lip syncing.
Busted.
100%. But if you notice, after he, oh my God, look how hard. See, he put his foot hard down on the ground because he was sure there was a floor there. But there was this big gaping hole, which I don't know how you missed that. He does smoke a lot of weed, so there's a chance he was high as hell. The lights are in his eyes. He's caught up in the moment, lip syncing and stuff. Does it? Oh, God. That looks like it took the breath out of it.
Yeah,
now look at him here. Is he still trying to lip sync? Or is he saying like, help! Help! God, I can't breathe!
He's throwing his voice.
Yeah, he threw it. He broke, I think he broke or fractured 3 ribs. Like it was a pretty hard
Yeah,
fall.
it's tough, man.
I've almost fallen off the stage before too, and it can be scary when you can't see the crowd. And they need to put yellow tape. They need those little yellow neon tape around the edges.
Or just look where you're going, maybe.
That also helps. Yeah, but yeah, kudos to him though. Came back and finished the show after this. Yeah, so that's the Post Malone drop. Now let's check out the Tim McGraw fall. See which one we like best. Tim McGraw's jacked, by the way. Look at this guy. I mean, he must be working out non-stop. You think he does steroids, Marcus?
Nah,
Human growth hormone?
nah.
Something. He's on some dietary. Okay, so he's taking a knee. He's bowing to it. Oh, go! Almost like that one
And
better.
he disappears.
How old? Someone Google, please. How old is Tim McGraw?
Before I Google it, I'm going to guess and say he's 53.
No, he's older than that.
Yeah, he's
Really? 55?
57-ish.
I say 58.
Well, let's Google it.
He is.
55.
55.
55.
Okay.
I was close.
So he looks great for 55, number one. But number two, you cannot beat Father Time. This is an old man fall.
It is. Yeah, because it took forever. It took like 5 seconds.
And he's like, he tried to get his balance, and he thought he had it for half a second, and then he knew he lost it, and was like, just accept
it. I'm
And
outta
like,
here.
I'm going down.
Yeah.
Someone, please catch me.
Well, I know.
Let's look at it again.
I know from my knee surgery and stuff. It just that position that he was in, it just locks you up a little bit.
Yep. But maybe he was drinking a little bit too. You know, could be a little. Maybe he had some booze in his system.
Them
Can we
high
play
heel
it again,
boots
Deion
might
Jackson?
have. Them high heel boots might not have helped either.
Oh, the boots. Oh, whoop! I got it. I don't have it. Well,
If I had to, I give the Post Malone fall probably an 8.
and the Tim McGraw fall.
Tim McGraw fall 7.
What did we judge?
Uh,
What is the judging criteria?
Pain level.
Pain level.
Yeah.
Post Malone wins that hands
Pain
down.
level. Post Malone won it.
Yeah. Now, if we're going hilarity, I think the Tim McGraw is funnier.
It is funnier because, like you say, it's an old man fall.
Yeah.
It took a while.
He's out
Yes.
there walking that tightrope.
Yeah, he's like walking a tightrope.
And the jeans, he didn't have a whole lot of bend. Figured the jeans are so tight.
That's true.
Yeah, it didn't help.
Yeah.
A lot of things went into play there.
Well, look, they're both fine, and they're alive. That was one of the trends. We got more trends. Hashtag Tim Allen. Remember him? Tool Time guy? He tweeted something, and it went trending. He wrote, Biden was on 60 Minutes. I heard he asked how long the show was. That's just a good old classic jokey joke. Even if you like Joe Biden, you have to admit that's kind of funny because we all seen how he is and talks, and seems very old and senile sometimes.
A lot of people say he don't know.
So
what
I
day it
could
is.
see Joe Biden actually asking this question for real, which is why I thought it was funny because, the truth is funny. Now, I don't know if he actually said it. I didn't watch 60 Minutes. I don't think he said that. He did say the pandemic was over. But when Tim Allen put that up there, it went crazy. You know, people get so heated when you talk about, and we don't do politics on this show, but it gets heated, man. I don't know how many. It got like 12,900 retweets, 2,373 quote tweets, 108.2 thousand likes. So it was the Twitterverse went nuts. You want to scroll down a little bit? I don't know if you can see some of the comments that people wrote. Oh, if you actually click on that tweet from him, let's see what happens. Click on that. Or, yeah, I don't know. I thought maybe there was a way you could like drop down a menu of what people said about what he said.
Yeah, that's these comments.
That's what these are?
Yep.
Oh, I got you. Okay. So you can see some people are going after him, some people are applauding him, but it was a lot of heat. I think Twitter seems to skew mostly Democratic, and Facebook might be more Republican if I had to guess.
No, I don't think that's not true at all.
What do you think?
I think
Twitter
you're the other way
is
around.
more?
Maybe.
Really?
Well, Facebook's, yeah. I'm not going into that.
Which one out of all the social media? I'm not saying which one
they've
you
been-
like.
yeah.
I'm saying, what do you think? Do you think Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, TikTok? What's another one? Is that all of them? Let's just go with the big three: Facebook, Twitter, Instagram.
What
Out of
about
those three, which one's more Republican?
none of them?
You have to choose one.
Definitely not Facebook. Maybe I would say Twitter, probably.
Really?
Yeah.
Well, they kicked Trump off Twitter.
They kicked Trump off, and a lot of other ones.
He
that
wasn't
lean
kicked off
towards
Facebook,
Republican.
was he?
No, he wasn't kicked off Facebook.
So
but
there
they
you go.
They did stop a lot of the stuff with his
Yeah, yeah.
videos.
But I'm saying we all agree none of them are Republican.
No, and I
But
believe
one has
Instagram-
got to be more so than the other.
Isn't Instagram owned by Facebook?
Yeah, so that's the same. So I don't know. But that's what it seems like. If you read all the reactions that people left on Tim Allen's thing, it seems more Democratic than Republican. Not that it matters, but I just thought it was interesting. I like Tim Allen. What else was trending? Hashtag NyQuil. Marcus, have you heard this one?
I have not heard this one.
Again,
It's gross.
these guys in the bubble over here. The kids are talking about it. Maybe your daughter's talking about it because she's on TikTok.
I'll ask her.
I bet she knows about this. NyQuil Chicken. You know, just when you thought Tide Pods was as low as it could get.
So
They're making, now you can make chicken using NyQuil. Like you boil chicken in NyQuil, and it's a TikTok challenge or a trend. And I guess you eat it, and it's supposed to mess you up.
instead of just drinking it out of the bottle, you cook with it. Maybe
But it's a dumb challenge or something. It's like, will you eat it?
It's kind of like when I think you digest marijuana, it affects you differently in smoking
Yeah.
it. So maybe that's the same thing.
And they're saying, but they're putting like a whole bottle in there into 2 chicken patties.
Bet that's yummy.
Basically. And when you boil the water off, it really like intensifies it's more of the drug and less water
Soaks it in.
seeping into the chicken. But
Yeah.
would you eat this?
No, I would not eat that. That does not sound good at all. I mean, I would not eat
it's gotta
anything
be
with
horrible.
NyQuil.
Yeah, I don't want wintergreen chicken. I don't want like menthol chicken. Now, if they had cherry NyQuil, if I had to choose a NyQuil, I would do cherry. Yeah, and then you could
Marinate it.
marinate it in that, put some other stuff in there.
That's probably
What would you
gross too.
eat with that?
With
What pairs well with NyQuil chicken?
Benadryl potatoes.
There you go.
There you go.
Yeah.
Benadryl potatoes and
Whole
NyQuil
buffet of
chicken.
things.
Yeah, that's pretty good. Yeah, I would do the cherry version.
Who would
And-
come up with that? Like my,
Someone
my
your
body,
age.
my body is a temple, and I'm not putting that crap in my temple.
Your body's a temple.
It sure is.
Whatever. Stand up. Look at yourself.
More like a carnival tent.
Well, there you go, folks. NyQuil went on record and said, do not make or eat NyQuil chicken. It could kill you because that's a whole bottle in there, and who knows what that drug does after you boil it. There's all kinds of chemicals in that thing. So, yeah. But again, if you're the kind of person who would eat this, maybe that's nature thinning the herd. Maybe you should go ahead and move on.
Yeah, eat up,
and
eat
make room
up.
for the rest of us. So there you go. That's what's trending, everybody. Let's move on. What do you say? Right?
Say.
Good deal. Okay.
You say.
Well, let's move on to our next segment, small town news. What I do here, as you guys know, we've discussed it. A lot of negative stuff going on in the news, right? A lot of politics, a lot of pandemics, a lot of Putins, a lot of petroleum. Don't forget, I got residual checks. All right, don't go anywhere because I'm going to give money away in a minute. Also, me and Marc, we're going to unbox gifts from a Goodwill. But let's do this first. It's a segment that can be best described by my good friend Justin Clyde Williams.
We're just small town dudes with small town news, breaking stories of crimes committed you never do. Mind your P's and Q's or they'll cover you. The town may be small, but the news is huge.
All right. I don't know if you guys have heard this one either. This is what I'm here for, to enlighten you.
Yeah.
After a Razorbacks game, the COO of Beyond Meat bit a man's face and ripped off a piece of his nose. Hot almighty. This all happened in Fayetteville, Arkansas, at a parking garage near Razorback Stadium after a football game between Arkansas and Missouri State. Doug Ramsey, 53 years old, the chief operating officer of Beyond Meat. There's this picture. He looks like a badass.
Yeah, looks like a nose biter, don't he?
He does. What do you know about Beyond Meat, Stamos?
That's it's like a fake meat, right? It's like a meat substitute of some sorts.
Yes. What about you guys? Want to weigh in at all?
I've never tried it.
As
Are
one-
you aware
some-
that it exists?
Yeah, that's some
Okay.
of the worst so-called meat that I've ever had.
Yeah.
Does it look like I know anything about Beyond Meat?
No. It looks like most things are beyond you. It's fake meat. It's vegan, plant-based food. They make fake bacon.
Yeah.
They make tofurkey, not dogs. I've had them. They're not great. It's not great. Apparently, Doug Ramsey here was in a traffic lane and was attempting to leave when the driver of a Subaru, Isaiah, this is your thing here. Wait, do you drive a Subaru right now?
Not yet.
You ain't got it yet. Okay, I was going to say, where were you at Saturday? Let me see your face. Zoom into his nose. Okay, it wasn't him. Well, the Subaru dude, he inched his way up front of Ramsey's Bronco, and he made contact with the front passenger side tire. So, that's fighting words, man. Don't you think?
Hitting the man's tire?
Oh, yeah, you basically, this has happened to you, yes?
Yeah.
You sit in a crowded parking lot. Everyone's trying to leave at the same time. Some douchebag's trying to come up, and like without
Nudge.
asking, without getting the wave, he's just making his way. And if they touch your car, that's assault. That's how you
Not
deserve to get
cool.
your nose bit off, right? I hate these people. Don't cut me off. You cut me off, I spite your face and your nose. You know how the saying goes. It's assault. And I wonder who the driver was. This article never tells you who the driver was, what his name or his story, but I'd love to know. If you know, leave it in the comments section. I want to see what his face looks like now. You imagine it looks like Michael Jackson after the 8th surgery? So then this Ramsey guy here, he got out of his vehicle and he punched through the back windshield of the Subaru. Like Cobra Kai, like that sensei from Cobra Kai, from Karate Kid 2.
The second one.
Yeah.
Where he's mad at Johnny and he just.
Remember that scene?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, Alan, do we have? Oh, yeah. There it is. This is what I'm talking about right here. If you don't remember, this is the ending or the beginning of Karate Kid 2. You've got. Gag! All right, there you punched through that window. Now look at his hands. That's what you get, dummy. And so that wasn't enough.
That's
This
what
dude
Kreese
thought he'd take
gets.
another swing at Mr. Miyagi. And what happened? Gag! 2 windows down. And what made me think of this scene right here from Karate Kid 2. Remember, in this story, the guy bit the dude's nose off. Now, what does Mr. Miyagi do in this situation? Does he bite his nose off? Does he kill him? Does he have no mercy? Huh? As for the weak?
Pulls his heart out.
What does he do? Does he pull his heart out and eat it? Nope. He goes like this. He grabs his nose and he goes, honk, honk.
Yeah.
That's how you do it. That's how you do it, Ramsey. All right? That's how you do it.
Yeah. Booger eater.
Yeah. Punching through a windshield, though, it doesn't sound like your typical vegan. Right?
I
It sounds
think-
more badass to me.
I think once he saw blood from punching that window, it was all that it just the craving just overtook him.
Yeah. Well, he's no chicken. I wonder if they're putting steroids in their plants. Either way, this guy sounds like a real beef jerky. Well, after Ramsey punched through the windshield, the other man got out of his vehicle, the Subaru dude. Ramsey then pulled him in close and started doing body blows, started working the body. And then he was done working the body, pulled him in, bit the Subaru dude's nose, ripping off flesh from the tip of his nose. Woo-hoo. Just the tip. That's nasty. You think that a guy who's not going out of his way to not have meat in his mouth bites a nose and rips it off? What are your thoughts, guys?
I think he was comparing that nose skin to to come from the football game, as far as the pig skin and nose skin, just to come up with a new flavor for his non-meatless products.
There you go. What about you, Isaiah?
I think he's just angry
See that
because
no-look pass I did?
Yep. That's like a Magic Johnson no-look pass. I just think he's angry because he doesn't eat any meat. Maybe if he ate like a plate of fried chicken every now and then, he'd be a little bit happier.
That's what he needs.
Yep.
Good old
He
fried
needs
chicken. How about
fried
you,
chicken.
Elliot?
Well, I'm a little confused. I always thought the saying was that that's like cutting off your face to spite your nose.
Yeah.
But anyway, he just must have had a beef with the other driver.
I wonder if he bit the dude's nose and hadn't had meat in his mouth in a long time. I was like, oh my God, this is so good! And he just had this like rage.
He's kind of like Mike Tyson and Evander Holyfield.
Right. He is the Mike Tyson of plant-based foods.
What if he spit it at him? Like he spit it back at him after he bit it off.
That's yours.
It's not a fair fight
So just to
What do you mean not a fair fight?
to bite a man's nose off. I mean, you're automatically done at that point, right?
Yeah, that's how you win,
It's
I
kind of
guess.
like pulling the. doing
I
this.
mean,
like when you're trying to fight somebody,
And you take your shirt,
lift
yeah.
their shirt up under the head like that. Not
There
fair,
you
man.
go, ladies.
That was going to
You're
say.
welcome. That was a free one.
Sooner or later.
Huh?
Sooner or later, that was coming off.
So I got to get clarification though. When they charged him, did they charge him with salt and pepper?
Yeah. This dude's like a little cannibal over here.
Chew.
Yeah, you don't bite off more than you can chew, buddy. You got to be a little bit more picky. The victim and a witness said Ramsey threatened to kill the Subaru driver, and then people in their vehicles got out and broke it up. Ramsey was taken into custody Saturday evening and charged with third-degree battery and for making terroristic threats. Both of those charges are Class A misdemeanors. And in Arkansas, a Class A misdemeanor can get you 1 year in prison and a fine of $2,500. Of course, he posted bond of $11,085. That's exactly how much a Beyond Burger costs. And he was released from detention on Sunday. He is currently scheduled to appear in court on October the 19th. So get this too. This Ramsey guy right here, he used to work for Tyson Foods. How funny is that? Mike Tyson bit a dude's ear. He worked for Tyson Foods.
Full circle.
Is there a connection, guys?
I think so.
I think so.
Something's going on. He was the president of its global McDonald's business. Ramsey, 53, spent more than 30 years at Springdale, Arkansas-based Tyson Foods before joining Beyond Meat as chief operating officer late last year. He was the president of its poultry division and president of its global McDonald's business. And Beyond Meat has yet to respond. They should say, oh, it's beyond us. We're not touching that. Also, Beyond Meat shares fell 2% Tuesday. So they're going down 2 for Tuesday. The company has been struggling this year as customers dealing with soaring grocery bills have bypassed its higher priced products McDonald's also recently ended a U.S. trial of its McPlant meatless burger, which was developed with Beyond Meat, without confirming any future plans for the product, and Beyond Meat laid off 4% of its workforce in August. So maybe this dude, he's pissed off. Times is tough. He's losing his job. His business is going down. He's biting noses.
He needs to start raising hogs.
He needs to start raising hogs. Yeah, eat some pig. Eat
Maybe
some pig
he'd
nose.
be more fortunate.
That's what a hot dog is. It's a lot of random pig parts. There's
Yep.
probably some nose up in there. Well, there you go, folks. The town might have been small,
The town may be small,
but the news.
is huge.
All right, let's move on. I don't know if you guys are aware of this, but you know there's a lot of irrational national holidays out there. You know what I'm talking about?
Yes, sir.
Did you know today? It always takes you like a second longer to respond to me. I don't know what's going on. Did you know today was National Punch Day?
No, I
No
didn't.
Okay.
idea.
Got it. Well, it is. Today is National Punch Day. And what are we drinking right now? Intern Isaiah.
So it's Sundrop, pineapple juice, and like frozen lemonade concentrate.
What's the name of it?
I have no clue.
Sundrop Punch. Not that hard. But yes, it's ingredients. You take 3 2 liters of Sundrops, okay? 2 46-ounce cans of pineapple juice, and 2 12-ounce cans of frozen lemonade.
Now, why do you have to use the frozen lemonade? Is
'Cause
my
it makes it
question.
cold
Why can't
and
you
it's-
use?
It's kind of like
Yeah, but you could add ice to it and then just pour regular Minute Maid lemonade over it instead of buying that frozen stuff.
Oh, okay. Do you have something against the frozen?
I mean, I think it's just easier.
Yeah.
on the-
You had a hard time opening that can, didn't you? You thought, I'm going to hit it like a can of biscuits. It's not. You don't pop it like it's hot, all right? But, yeah, I think it's delicious. I had a little sip of it beforehand. Can we dish it out, guys?
Where did the dish
Where
go?
did Ball run off to?
Oh, he's going to get the.
Where's the we had a coffee mug somewhere that was made for dipping. Is it right there? It's right there on this table. Look at your other interns, buddy. It's right here. Okay. Well, that is the Sundrop Punch. It is delicioso, and I'm sure if you wanted to spike it, you could put all kinds of stuff in there. But I had a sip. Let's dish it out. You guys have some. I want to get your thoughts on it. I want to know what you think. Yeah, who wants to do it? All right, guys. This is show prep at its finest.
Yeah. Maybe we should have had
There
this
we go.
poured before, huh?
Now, so didn't we talk about we had the coffee mug for that purpose?
I even cleaned it for such a purpose.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, I thought we.
I wasn't briefed on that.
Got it. Yes, Elliot, you have something to say?
I wish you would have clarified beforehand. See, when we heard that it was a National Punch Day, the interns, we all went out in the parking lot and punched each other in the stomach to kind of build up our cores, and now we're kind of sore, so thanks a lot for nothing.
There you go, buddy. Yeah, I can't wait for you all to try it because I had a sip beforehand. Mom, if you're watching this,
None for me.
you're going to love it. It is very good. It reminds me of Granny's Punch that she used to make back in the day. Yeah, I got a glass right here. You can load me up and I'll take a sippy. Back in the day around Christmas time. I forgot what Granny called it, but it was good. So yeah, this is delicious. I'm sure you could put vodka in there. Isaiah.
It's pretty good.
Yeah.
I'm not a big fan of the lemonade.
What?
Nothing.
You're not a fan of lemonade?
Yeah.
You're weird.
You're a redneck?
Oh my gosh. Mom, you would love this. It's rich. Like however we made this, remember it. We didn't do exactly those instructions. We didn't have a 2 liter. We have cans of Sundrop in here. It is so good. All right. So there you go. And next week we'll have another drink from Isaiah.
Yes, sir.
You'll make more Sundrop drinks.
Yep.
All
I'm not
right.
sure what I'm going. I might do some like mango tequila, pineapple rum, something like that.
I love that. All right, Camp Lejeune. You hear everybody talking about Camp Lejeune right about now. Well, the Justice Act 2022, for many years between 1953 and 1987, Marines, their family members, and infant children were exposed to contaminated drinking water. Excuse me, I got all burpy now. At Camp Lejeune, including all satellite camps. Many were sickened and died unnecessarily because of the groundwater contamination. If you or your loved one worked, lived, or served at Camp Lejeune, call us now for information and legal help. You may be eligible for significant financial compensation. Call the Law Office of Environmental Litigation Group at 888-660-2492. Again, that is 888-660-2492. All right, let's move on. How are you guys enjoying it? Ball, did you get a sip?
I got a sip, and of course I had to add some Irish whiskey. And actually pretty smooth.
I bet you
I think
that's
it'd
good,
be
too.
better with your Tito's.
Yeah. Oh, I got this one over here for that. But yeah, it would be. Not a bad call. Marcus,
Sir, yes, sir.
it's too bad you can't enjoy these things.
Oh, I'm perfectly fine with that.
What would happen if, like, you accidentally chugged, like, a whole glass of that?
Sick?
You just get sick.
Sick.
To
yeah,
your stomach?
Feel bad.
Like nauseous?
Yeah, downer.
Yeah.
I'll be down in the dumps for a couple
Well, I
hours.
got money sitting over here. You
That'll
want
make me feel better.
You want to give some money away?
Yep.
Come on over here.
Let's do it, man.
Come on over here. Clap for Marcus while he walks.
Do it.
Yeah. Do something. Oh my gosh, what's wrong with this?
I
Whatever,
swear
forget
I
it.
had the applause
Play the
button.
game.
All right.
Thanks, Elliot.
Yeah. Thank you, Elliot.
You're very welcome.
That's nice.
I have no clue. I swear, Mark, I've hit the applause button 3 times.
I just love that when I need help, that you guys are just dead quiet.
It's one of them days.
I'll just ask a question and are you talking to me?
Yeah.
Why am I here?
I'm on my phone right now, man.
Yeah.
Leave me alone.
Yeah. No. Any interesting comments, guys? Let's do that since you're looking at your computers and not listening.
My computer
What are they saying?
died.
Your computer died. Shocker. Do you not charge it before you come in here?
It was on like 50%.
Why is it not on 100%?
I have no clue why.
I have a clue. It's because you haven't charged it when you get in here.
No, I charged it today, and then when I unplugged it, it was only on 50, and I thought, well, that'll be good. And then,
We have outlets here. I don't understand why you wouldn't charge it when you get in here.
It's a
You're
Lenovo.
in here in enough time to charge it.
Look at that. It's a Lenovo, whatever kind of computer that is. No wonder.
I got him that computer.
Yeah, Isaiah.
That's
Oh,
a
really?
gift I gave him.
Oh, okay.
And he doesn't charge my gift.
It's a great gift. That's a great computer.
Thanks.
Yep.
What else?
Well, first of all, my iPad is at 100%. Thank you very much. And
Thank you. Thank you.
You're
That's
very-
how you do it.
Thank you, sir.
Now, how did it get to 100?
Because I charged it.
Hey!
I charged this too. I
Well,
swear.
apparently you did not. If it's at 50%, that means you did not charge it. All right, go ahead.
He's just half-assing it.
And also, Tara Oaks said that she actually came and saw you on Saturday down in Naples. So give a shout out.
And just that she saw me?
She
no
had-
no opinion
and
about
it was
it?
the best show she'd ever seen in her life
That's
ever.
that
and
part I need to
recommended.
hear.
There you go. Sorry
Not
about
that
that.
you showed up.
I thought that was self-explanatory. Sorry about that. Boss.
That'd be like if let's say that you're let's say you're an award-winning actor, hairstylist. No, I'm gonna go with actor.
Okay.
And someone recognize you, and they say, "Oh my gosh, you're Marcus Stamos. I've seen you in movies." And you go, "Yeah," and then that's it.
Oh, they don't.
They don't say I liked it or I did. They just go, "Cool."
Same thing.
I need to hear what else you think about it. All right, so what's her name?
Tara Oaks.
Thank you, Tara Oaks. Ball, you got one?
Well, this one just came in and said, call the computer Amanda, and he'll make sure it's charged.
Oh, there you
I
go.
wonder who sent that.
Okie dokie. Well, we got 3
let's do
checks
this.
sitting here, and I like to give some money away. I like for you to give my money away. You like giving my money away, don't you?
Not mine. Yeah, of course.
So what I do here, if you're in Naples, this is the game I was talking about. I've done some acting in my time. I've been in some movies, sitcoms, commercials, adult films, you name it, I've done it. And when they air them, they have to pay me. They're called residual checks. I thought I'd make a game out of it. So it's a live show. I don't know how much is in whatever envelope that Marcus is going to choose. And we'll open it right now. I'll tell you what it's for. And then you call in with a guess. There might be a phone number down here at the bottom of your screen, okay? If there is, and you got another device, go ahead and start calling that number, and then we'll get 3 people in here at random, and whoever's closest, I will mail you the check. It is a game that we like to call How much is that Scream Actors Guild Residual check? Very good.
Very good.
That's why you're here. I love it. All right, so I got 3 checks sitting right here. Marcus is going to just pick one at random, give it to me. I'll open it, and we'll see.
Hold on, let me take that back a minute. I need to do this. Hold on, give it back. Give it back. Ready? Oh, wait a minute. Wrong hand.
Yeah, do it this way.
Thank you. Had to do that.
I'm going to open it down here where you can't see it, because we're going to do some in-house guesses, and these guesses in here with my crew is going to let you know how you should be guessing. Okay? You got to read my poker face. Bye-bye, poker face. Okie dokie. Okie dokie. Okay. This is for, oh my gosh, what is it? Oh, here. Comedy.tv. So I've talked about this before with you guys. You guys know Byron Allen? Remember him?
Yeah.
Rich guy.
When you nod your head, people who are just listening to the podcast can't hear it. I need a verbal response. Let's do it again.
Do it again.
You guys know Byron Allen, huh?
Yeah.
Oh, of course, the rich dude.
What's
Yeah.
so hard about that? My God. All right, so this is for one episode of a Byron Allen stand-up comedy show called Comedy.tv. All it is I did stand-up, and it's for one episode. I'll start with Marcus. How much is the Screen Actors Guild residual check?
$2.36.
$2.36. A little too pessimistic.
I'm gonna go $4.23.
$4.23. We can do better.
$7.11.
We can do better, Ball.
I'm gonna go $8.95.
$8.95. That was the biggest amount. Ball would win the check if someone in here was getting it. But he is not getting the check. Someone at home will get the check. The Ellen Jackson. I don't see a tally light on any of these cameras. I don't know which camera to talk to.
All of them.
I've got my head on a swivel.
Bobblehead.
Just don't know. It doesn't matter. Okay, now we're here. Hey, everybody. All righty, so what we're going to do is I see a bunch of calls up here. How many we got? Let's scroll down a little bit. Oh, my goodness, 14 people
100.
up in here. Hundreds of
1,400.
1,400 people. And we're going to pick numbers at random. I'd like to see someone from Naples calling in. And I have written down Naples area code because I was just there. So I'm looking to see if they're up in here. And I don't see 239 up in there anywhere. So Naples is not in the building. So we're going to pick one at rando. How about caller number 11? Huh? Let's see what happens.
New caller.
Hey there, Jon Reep
Hold on
here.
a second. And now they're in there.
Hey there, who's this?
Hey, this is Mike Oakes.
Mike Oakes?
Yes, and so this is Tara's husband, and I actually was at the Naples show, but my area code is Tennessee.
Oh, Tennessee area code, but was in Naples. I love it. That makes you country-ish, like me.
You didn't think of that, did
True
you?
enough.
You didn't think about
Good
that.
shot.
What do you mean? I just thought of it. What are you talking about?
Well, the area code, he was not.
Oh, no, I didn't think of that.
Yeah.
No, that's right. What was his first name?
Mike.
Mike. Okay. Mike, which show did you come to? What night were you there?
Let's see, Saturday late show.
Saturday late show. So what weird thing happened there? Do you remember anything weird happening Saturday late show? Like a birthday or another?
No, you did some anniversaries, and there was a couple that, I forget what their name. Tara, what was their name?
The Elizabethans.
There was a couple that had the Elizabethans. Very good.
Yeah. Yeah, there were two people that were celebrating their anniversary, and both of them had, like, Elizabeth or something in their name.
Yeah, and he was Ethan.
Ethan and Elizabeth, they call themselves the Elizabethans. I absolutely love that.
Clever.
All right, brother.
And also,
Well,
I don't know. One other thing, if you noticed that the girl that you talked to at first, that just seemed to be on her phone, wasn't paying attention a lot. The whole show, she just seemed to like not enjoy any I don't know if it was you or the people she was with, but it was funny that you picked on her the first part because the whole rest of the show she just kind of looked around.
Where was she sitting?
So I was sitting. You're on stage. I was the only guy that got the Dukes of Hazzard.
Yeah, right. So I do a joke about COVID, right? Corona, when they first came out, they kept saying we got to flatten the curve.
Yep.
When I hear flatten the curve, I think, and straightening the hills, which is a Dukes of Hazzard.
Yep.
And Naples, old people, Florida, rich people, they go, what?
Don't get it.
I don't get it. He got it though. And I think
Thanks,
I high fived you or something. Or I came over there and fist bumped you.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. Good deal. Anyway, good show. Loved it.
Thank you for coming. Thank you for calling in. Now, this one's tricky. One episode of comedy.tv. It's just me doing stand-up. How much? How much is this check, buddy?
$14.39.
$14.39. Lock him in. You're locked in, brother. All right, we got two.
Awesome.
Don't hang up. Stay on hold, because right now you're winning. We're going to put you on hold. We're going to get two more calls, though, and we're going to find out who else might do better than you. Okay, let's go to call number 8. Let's see who this person is and if they can do any better.
All right, they're in the room.
Hey, who's this?
Aaron from Ohio.
Who is it?
Aaron.
Aaron.
Aaron from Ohio. OH!
IO.
Uh-huh. Yeah, that's the test.
From there.
He passed. What part of Ohio?
Oh, about an hour north of Columbus, around Mansfield.
Okay. Have you seen me in Columbus before?
I haven't, but I'm looking forward to the next time you come.
Oh, yeah, you got to get on that, buddy. How'd you hear about the podcast?
Oh, just listened Pandora Comedy and heard you a couple times on there, so looked you up and started listening to the podcast.
Wow.
Thank you. Aaron.
I do
Hey, Aaron.
appreciate that, brother. What do you do for a living?
Truck driver.
Oh, yeah. Oh, I got a question for you, Aaron.
Yeah.
I do another podcast from time to time with my friend John Heffern. And we were thinking, we came up with this idea of coming up with a bumper sticker or something that would go on the back of a truck, like a big sticker or maybe a magnet that would go on the back of a big truck, like one of his trucks. And it's a QR code. And it just says, for a good time. And so people behind you, you know, when you're sitting in traffic, they're like, what the? And you hit the QR code, and it just takes you to the podcast.
Ah.
That'd be a good one. I'd put it on my truck.
Would you?
Hell yeah.
All right, you guys remember this. Aaron from
Hold his
Ohio.
feet to the fire.
Yeah. Now, how big of a sticker would you allow on your truck? And do you own the truck? I mean, whose truck is it?
I don't. It's my boss's truck.
And would he let you put a sticker on it?
I'm sure he wouldn't mind.
Okay. How big is too big? Because I want a big one.
Size of the door.
You mean the size of the door is what I want.
Yeah.
I don't know if I could do that.
All right. So maybe half the size of the door? Let's say a fourth of the size of the door. Is that still too big?
Probably, yeah.
Yeah, okay. So that's the thing. Because if it's a QR code,
It's got to be big enough.
it's got to be big enough for their phone to pick it up. Okay, buddy. That's okay, Aaron. I appreciate your willingness to have done it at all. Appreciate you calling in. You have any questions for Aaron Marcus?
No, I appreciate your service, sir.
Yep, thank you.
It's the backbone of America.
That's right, 100%. I love myself some truckers. I love myself some military dudes.
What?
Yep. I love myself some disabled people. 100%. Well, if you're in a wheelchair, if something happened to you, if you can't get out, you're stuck at home, you know, can't
Love
work.
them too. Yeah.
You're probably on the computer. You're probably looking up shows. I appreciate all these people, 100%. And, of course, Isaiah sitting over here, right? He's a mixture of all of those.
He's pretty. Yeah.
JK,
Pretty
buddy.
close.
You turn that frown upside down.
Oh, did I look
No,
unhappy?
I'm just kidding. Yeah, you just looked
I'm-
out of it for a minute. How you doing over there?
Oh, I'm happier than a puppy
Okay.
with two
Any
peepers.
interesting comments, guys?
Aaron's still on the.
Aaron, how much is this Screen Actors Guild residual check?
Oh, we'll go
Moving
$12.69.
$12 and
69.
all right. Put him on hold. The Alan Jackson. Do not hang up, Aaron, because you might be winning. No one's got it exactly right. We don't know. I don't do math on the fly. One more caller, and we're gonna figure out who will win this check. Let's go with call number 14. Let's find out. Now, Ball, I've seen you gotten up early again. This makes me nervous. Remember that one time? Now I know that the algorithm machine has gotten to where it can predict things. Are they on the line yet, Alan?
They're on the line right now.
Oh, Jon Reep here. Who's this?
Hi, it's Melanie,
Melanie. Where you calling in from?
Alaska, Anchorage, Alaska.
Wow, Anchorage, Alaska. I have been up there. Is it mostly daytime or mostly nighttime right about now?
It's more nighttime.
Yeah. I've been up to Anchorage, and I've done comedy up there, and those people like to party. They have a good time.
Yeah.
I was up there when it was mostly daytime. You know, like it was like, I don't know, 20 hours of daylight and only 4 of barely darkness or something.
Miserable.
Mark thinks your life is miserable, Melanie.
It's got to be.
Stick in the mud, Stamos.
No darkness.
Strikes again.
Well, so I grew up in Arizona.
Oh, my gosh.
So she's seen
Talk
it all.
about from Arizona to Alaska.
Yeah.
From the heat to the cold. You don't do any in-between stuff, huh?
Right now, it's go big or go home, right?
That's right. So Melanie or Melody?
Melanie with an N-I-E.
Got it. Melanie. I mean, I have met girls named Melody before.
That's a,
yeah,
never
it's
heard
out
that.
there. So, Melanie, what do you do for a living?
Security.
Oh. Do you appreciate her service?
And thank you for your service.
Okay. I also love myself some security people. I forgot to mention that part. You know?
Backbone of
people come
America.
running on stage. I need these people to pull them off.
That's where security
So
comes
I'm
in.
also disabled, but I do that part-time at there's a 5-star restaurant here in town.
All right. Well, we love you, and we appreciate your service, and we appreciate you calling in. And now I need to know, Melanie from Alaska, Anchorage, how much is the Screen Actors Guild residual? This is where you make a guess, Melanie. You make a guess.
Make a guess at how much what?
How much is the check? I have a check here. I'm trying to get people to guess how much the check is for, what the amount of the check is, and then people call in and they just give me a number. So far, we've had guesses of. Anybody remember the other guesses? Like 8 something.
We had a guess
12.
of 1439. And
1439.
1269.
And 1269. Those are the guesses on the table. No one's got it exactly right. So I just want to know, how much do you think this check is for? It was for one episode of me doing stand-up comedy on a thing called comedy.tv.
Oh, okay. And what was it, a half an hour?
Oh, good question. Yes, the show was a half-hour show. I think I only performed for about 8 to 9 minutes.
She's getting there.
I like this. That's a good question.
She's gonna
no
get
one
it.
asked that question. So, Melanie, just give
37
me
though.
any kind of amount. What are we thinking?
No. $20.
$20. Lock her in. $20. All right. All the guesses are on the table. And now, Mark, Sergeant Have a Ball, is coming back with the check, which means that he has already given it to the Alan Jackson and Moose, and they have fed it into the algorithm database machine, and it's already has a winner. So fast. It's getting to where it predicts it
Before
like
they
it's
even
sentient.
say it.
Yeah.
Yep.
So the Alan Jackson and Moose, I appreciate you guys working hard in there and taking care of business. And we have a winner.
We do have a winner, so you'd like me to go ahead and bring them back in the room.
Yeah, let's bring them back in the room and talk to them. See Didn't get them exactly right.
Okay, the winner is back in the room with you right now.
Okay, who's this?
Melanie.
Melanie won! First time caller wins the check. Now, Melanie, your guess was $20 even. And the actual amount of this check, and I'm going to hold it up to the camera. I don't know if you're watching this at home, but I'm going to hold it up to the camera. It's $65.15.
Wow.
Oh, okay.
Nice.
Yeah. $65.15 is yours if you want it, or we're doing let's make a deal. Okay? Now, what I'm going to do, you've already won the check. I can sign this check over to you and I can send it to you in the mail. Or you can forfeit the check and you can get some swag. I've got a T-shirt. I've got stickers. I've got koozies. And you can have one of each. Or you can have the check. What say you, Melanie?
Who can have the check, please?
Boom!
Good call.
Check is yours. Now what you got to do, you have 1 week to claim it. You got to go to countryish.com, countryish.com, click on the contact section, and then send us an email through the contact section. Give us your name again, your address, and I'll have my intern, Elliot, get it out into the mail to you, and you'll still get some swag. What do you think of that?
Oh, yay.
All right. One last question for you, Melanie. What are you going to do with all that cash?
Wait, what?
What are you going to do with all that cash?
Probably buy some cannabis.
Cannabis.
Tampons. I think you said tampons.
Cannabis.
Cannabis, yeah.
All right.
Nice.
All right. Hang up on them, Deanna Jackson. That's it. The game is over. Let's move on, and then we clap for people. Oh, it's working. It wasn't working earlier.
It's been working.
Well, why didn't it work that one time?
I hit the applause button.
Remember that one time it didn't work?
Yeah, for Marc.
Then you can't say it's been working because it wasn't working
was
that
on
one
purpose.
time.
Working after that.
Anyway.
Yeah. It's fun to give you shit, man. All right, let's move on. Let's give some gifts to each other.
Let's goodwill it up, man.
So this next segment, any interesting comments before I move on? I'd like to check in on the audience.
They really don't need us because they're just talking amongst themselves.
What's more popular right now, YouTube or Facebook?
Well, YouTube. Well, it's about half and half, but since you steered everybody towards YouTube, it's really taken off.
Don't forget, it's never too late to hit that share button. The little share button. It's an arrow that I believe it points this way. Yeah, points that way at the bottom of your screen. Hit the share button, and then we can grow the show together. We can be a grower and a shower. Well, my buddy, I lied to you guys earlier, and I don't. It wasn't a lie. I was being fun. I was jesting. I was joking around. He's not really John Stamos' brother. His name is Marc Hunt. Marc Hunt. And, well, we came up with this segment where we go to a Goodwill and we hunt for gifts for each other. It's got to be for $5 or less. We exchange it on the show. We unbox it. It's a game called Goodwill Hunting. I believe Justin Clyde Williams can sing a song and we'll get the gifts. What do you say?
You got a $5 bill, you don't need no more. Shopping for a pair of khakis, cause you gotta go to court. There's a bow hunting trophy, makes you think about your buddy. That's the hunting that you don't need a license for. Your Goodwill Hunting.
Goodwill Hunting!
What?
Goodwill Hunting.
Goodwill Hunting!
I ain't talking about the film starring Jason Bourne, just being thoughtful while you're shopping at your secondhand store.
What?
Your Goodwill Hunting. Happy hunting, boy.
Thank you, Justin Clyde Williams.
All right. You want to go? Since your box is bigger, you go first. Move on.
This table ain't big enough for the both of us.
Man.
All right, man. Now, I have to explain why I got this gift. See, that's part of the game. Can't just go there and pick anything. It needs to mean something. And I think this gift is going to mean something to you.
Okay.
Coming from me.
Yep.
And giving it to you. Because I know. What are you drinking right there? What is that?
Miller Lite.
That's a Miller Lite.
Yep.
That's your favorite beer, isn't it?
That's my fave.
You love beer, don't
That's
you?
my one and only.
You're a beer guy. I don't see you drink much. I don't ever see you do a shot. I never see you drink cocktails.
Fine Pilsner kind of guy.
I see strictly beer. Maybe every now and then you'll have some vodka. That's how he says
Like a little
vodka.
Yeah.
But mostly beer. You're a beer man. And I got this gift thinking of you because you also like to make your friends happy. And you're also going to be hanging out with some of your friends. I can't go. I'm going to be in Washington, D.C. at the D.C. Comedy Loft this weekend, Thursday, Friday, and Saturday.
Plug.
But you're going to be where?
We'll be at Appalachian watching the football game this Saturday.
Who they play?
JMU, James Madison University.
That's right. And so you're going to be up there. You guys rented a house.
Yep.
You're going to be together.
Yep.
There was like 5 of you, 6 of you, 7?
14.
14 people. And you love beer. You're going to be with friends who also love beer. And I got this gift for you. Think of that.
Yeah. Golly, all of that for that.
Yeah. What's in the box?
Who's in the box? What's in the box? What's in the box? What's in the box?
Oh, what is it?
Barrel of beer. So you got this at Goodwill. You went overboard. You paid $8. No, $8. $8.
Oh, yeah, I did.
So I'm assuming, I've never had one of these, but there's
Yeah.
probably something in there you mix with something and it makes beer magically, right?
Yeah. I have no idea. I have seen these before, and I've often wondered. I've kind of wanted one myself. I can't wait to see what you're going to do with this. It's called Mr. Beer. Okay. It's America's #1 best-selling home brew system. You make your own great-tasting craft beer. Over 100 different beer refills available at MrBeer.com. This brews approximately a case of beer or 2 gallons. And I'm sure there's instructions in here.
I'm already come out ahead.
Ways to
You know
do
what
it.
I'm going to do? I don't want to open it. Thank you. I've come out ahead. It was $8. Case of beer is $18.
Yeah.
So I'm coming out ahead on this. But I'd like to re-gift this.
Okay, it's yours now. You can do what you want.
Okay. So we recently had an intern turn 21.
Oh,
Yes, sir.
our little
Right.
hayseed Genzi over
And
there.
I think
That's correct.
I think he would get some use out of this. I'd like to give this to you. I didn't get you anything for your birthday. Your stepdad actually, is that your dad? Your dad texted me the other day wanting to go out for your 21st birthday. And since I couldn't make it, this is going to be yours.
Oh, look at this.
So I'm going to gift it.
A gift from Marcus. He blew that right when you walked over there.
He's a step above the applause button.
That's right.
Okay.
Well, there you go.
Well, there you go, Isaiah. So,
That's great.
yeah, that was nice of me, huh?
Yeah. Didn't like my gift? Okay.
I loved your gift,
Oh,
but
thanks.
I didn't get anything for him for his birthday.
Yeah,
You
yeah.
probably bought him a computer or something.
That's fine.
He didn't get me anything. He needs to get me a new laptop
Oh, my God. I get
because
you
this
new,
is a piece of junk
I
right
need to get
here.
you a cord.
You need to get me a new
I'm going to get you a
laptop.
new job somewhere else
Show
if you
him
keep
how
it
to-
up.
You need to get me a new laptop before I reach over.
All right.
Hit the mute button on that boy.
He's all jacked up on Molly's or
Sit there and
something.
be quiet now.
Your gift.
Yeah,
So
what-
we
what do
talked
you got
about
for me?
we talked about earlier the NyQuil thing that's hitting the
NyQuil.
nation. NyQuil.
Yeah. NyQuil Chicken, they say.
Right. They're doing chicken with NyQuil now. I've actually got 2 gifts in here. First, the NyQuil Chicken.
Yeah.
This is going to go hand in hand with that.
Oh.
So instead of
Oh, wow.
NyQuil Chicken, I've got something in here that you can do instead of chicken, but I want you to use NyQuil, preferably cherry flavored.
Oh, okay.
Yep.
Let's see what's in here.
It's-
I can't wait to see.
Who's in the box? What's in the box? What's in the box? What's in the
There's
box?
the first gift.
Okay. Look at this.
Oh.
It's half turkey time.
I thought I had 2 gifts in there. Sorry.
Oh, it's okay.
So,
I'll just take this one.
I'll
I
get
mean,
you
don't
on
have
the
to
next
give me
one.
two.
I want to do
The
2.
game is just one
Because I
gift.
think I paid like $2 for that.
This is $4.
Okay.
So you owe me $1. No biggie. But it says half turkey time. Cut your oven time in half. Cooks from the inside as well as the outside. It's 50% faster. It saves on energy. It's made right here in America.
Yeah.
And what you're saying is I could put NyQuil up in here
up in the turkey.
and have myself some
And you'll-
NyQuil turkey.
Yeah, because they've They're doing chicken. You do something totally different. Go turkey.
Oh yeah. Well,
Halftime
turkey will put you to sleep. It's got the tryptophan in it.
Tryptophans.
This will mess you up even more than NyQuil. Yeah, you kids think you're brave with your NyQuil chicken? Step it up to turkey, pussies. Sorry, Mom.
With tranquil things. What's it called? Tranquil?
Tryptophan. Yeah. So one of my interns Google tryptophan turkey and make sure I'm saying that right. I believe it's that. Huh?
That's correct. That's what it is.
Oh, you knew that?
Tryptophan.
So you didn't
Of
have to
course he
Google
knew
it.
that.
Of course he knows it.
They're a connoisseur of.
Yeah. So I don't know exactly how this works.
Well, it's looks
But
pretty
it
much
looks to
like
me-
a.
let's open it up.
Instead
Let's
of
see.
taking, yeah.
Let's see what.
We're not
I
gonna-
don't know. Is it just a pan?
I think it's just a pan.
All I'm seeing is a pan.
That's all. Pretty much any standard pan you have at home is probably going to do the same thing.
Okay.
But it's not called halftime.
Oh
Is it missing something?
no! This they're using a pan to. show
Oh,
you
that
you
goes
put
up
it in the
inside
pan.
of it.
Oh, interesting.
It goes up inside the turkey.
Look at so you basically insert this like a chicken wing in a Hooters waitress vagina.
Yeah,
You
just
weren't
exactly.
You weren't here
like
for that story.
That looks like that sock glide we had the other day.
Yeah, it does.
It does.
So this just goes in the turkey like that, and somehow it cooks it fat. Oh, it stands up, dude.
Oh, and it catches all the
Wait,
juices
does
in
it
the pan.
stand up?
No, it lays down.
It lays down.
Yeah.
Yeah, but how does that work?
Ah.
Why would it work? I can't wait to find out.
You're welcome.
It was developed by.
Thanksgiving's around the corner. Yeah, that's a good point.
I was going to say it was developed by a doctor, a gynecologist that was moonlighting.
Yeah, this does look like some weird gynecological thing. Ladies, sorry you have to go through that. But thank you.
You're welcome.
I appreciate that.
Let me have it.
That is how we play.
Goodwill hunting, Goodwill hunting, Goodwill hunting.
All righty, folks. I had a good time up in here. I hope you had a good time at home. Thanks for calling in. Thanks for watching. Thanks for hitting that share button. We love it when you do that. Thanks for leaving comments. Thanks for liking things. Thanks for writing Apple Podcast reviews. We're out. We have no new ones to read for next week unless someone writes one between now and next Tuesday. And that's how you get to hear, Isaiah over here read your words. And let me go around the room. Let's take a walk around the room and see if there's any final comments, thoughts, corrections, suggestions. Elliot.
Yes, sir. Well, I will be participating in a 5K for the North Carolina Autism Society this Saturday, and we'll be posting a link tomorrow on the Countryish page. So if we could get everybody that is able to sponsor it, we certainly would appreciate it because they do a lot of great work.
Very good. And what do you need from me out of that?
Money and publicity.
Publicity and money. Okay.
Yes, sir.
All right. Very
And
good.
also, if I could just real quickly say, because of that clip that you showed of the gentleman in the audience that was
Yes.
obviously on the spectrum, what people don't understand is because they call it a spectrum for a reason.
Yes.
Some people are very mild, and some are very
Correct.
severe.
There's levels. It's not black and white. There's levels of gray.
Exactly, and it can be very isolating for the families with the members that have the severe disabilities.
That's
and,
right.
and they really appreciate when someone does something like this.
Yeah.
for them.
That kid had a great time. And we
yes, sir.
high-fived each other, and I didn't have to do anything, I didn't belittle him or anything. And the family had a good time. I could tell
that's
the mother
wonderful.
was nervous about it. Because she was like, you could see her sweating and trying to shush him a couple times. And so, yeah. All right. Anything else?
Well, actually, several of our viewers and listeners and people who watch the podcast are also on the spectrum, so we'd like to give a shout out to them as well.
Again, I love those. That's going to be my wheelhouse from now on. People on the spectrum, people who are disabled in some capacity, people who have served in the military, truck drivers.
So everybody in this room, pretty much.
Yes, pretty much. Yeah. Maybe one or two people from Carolina. Ball.
Okay, so first thing is we're going to start taking submissions for Elliot's eulogy.
Lean into the microphone a little bit. Yeah.
He turned it on me.
Yeah.
So we're going to start taking submissions for Elliot's eulogy. We all know he's not going to be able to do 5K. He might not be able to do 5 blocks.
He's going to be like Joey Diaz
You
in the
call
longest
him on the
yard.
phone, he's already out of breath.
Yeah. Okay. So leave that in the comment sections. Do you have any ideas for his eulogy?
But
Appreciate that.
Other than that, I want to thank a guy today. Don't know his name, but he cut me off in traffic. But it wasn't a road rage incident. He actually cut me off to slow me down, starts pointing that way, state trooper sitting there. So I appreciate it.
That never happens.
Never happens, and I was like...
And I bet you got mad at first.
I did at first.
Yeah.
I'm sitting there waving at it, and he's pointing that way, and I get up by him, and we're both giving each other a thumbs up.
It's a good thing you didn't get out and bite his nose off.
I didn't have enough mustard on me.
Isaiah, we've been through a lot
So,
today.
I know. I'm still a little mad at you.
Yeah.
But
I'm a
anyway,
little mad at you still.
Okie dokie.
Yeah,
We'll
we'll
be
figure it
mad
out.
at each other.
Yeah.
Yes.
No. Heck no.
What else? We'll just put
So
your words in.
yesterday was my grandma's birthday, so I want to wish my grandma a happy birthday.
Happy birthday, Grandma. Do we know, are we allowed to say? Is she?
She's 27.
27. All right. All right. What else is new in your world? How's school going?
It's going good.
Yeah, making good grades?
Yes, sir.
Now-
I made a 93.5 on one of my
That's an A.
tests.
That is an A.
Low A.
See how fast you did that math? That's math 2 from
remember.
Fred T. Ford High School right there.
Yes, sir.
That's what happens when you graduate from Fred T. Ford like we did.
Yeah.
We end up
you,
smart.
you could do it fast. Not as good as the algorithm machine, but pretty quick. Didn't you want to say something about 49 Winchester? You're like last week. I mean, you sent me something about 49 Winchester. Something
they're
happened.
playing at a Stagecoach Festival this year,
Okay.
which is like a big country music festival out in California. I think Luke Bryan is playing there, Chris Stapleton.
Okay.
And they just they have their own day now.
Oh, that's what it was.
Yep. April the 9th, I think.
Okay.
From now on in Russell County, Virginia is going to be 49 Winchester Day.
Look at that.
So we need our own day.
Yes, we do.
need a country-ish day.
Ooh.
We need to go to Mr. Hank Guest and say, give us our own day.
Oh, I'm sure he would love that.
That ain't gonna happen.
What would be the country-ish day out of all the days of the year, 365?
Can we share it with 420?
Now, see, I knew you were going to say that. I don't want to take away from. We're not 100% 420.
That's
up in
what
here,
you were
know.
thinking.
He dabbles.
That's
you know.
every day.
But I'm trying to think of what would be an actual good day. Leave it in the comments section. Of all the days of the year, what would be a good country-ish day and why? Maybe I'll talk about it next week. Stamos, any final thoughts, comments, concerns, questions, corrections?
I'm tired, boss.
You're tired. You want to go home?
Yeah, I've had
okay.
it.
Let's go to the booth, Mr. Moose. Anything?
Yeah, a lot of great stuff going on in Hickory this weekend. The Hum's got a good show on Saturday, and Alan's got something great coming up too.
Do tell.
Oh, yeah. So our film festival, the Foot Candle Film Festival, starts actually tomorrow. So Wednesday through Sunday in downtown Hickory at the Community Theater, we'll be doing a film festival. If anybody
Nice.
wants to come check out some films.
How many films will you be showing?
We'll be showing 46 films.
Wow. See, listen. I mean, you got to come.
Which is 44 more than I think Marc Stamos has ever seen.
Right.
Yes.
Do you think there's a chance that any of these films that anyone in this room, well, excluding me, have seen?
No.
Okay.
Actually, I haven't seen a lot of them yet.
Are they new or are they old?
They're all new films.
All new films.
Yeah.
Okay.
New
Well, there you
films,
go.
Filmmakers around the world kind of submitted their films for consideration, and we chose the ones to play at the festival. So it'll be fun. We'll have awards to give out at the end of the weekend. It'll be a fun time.
If you're in Hickory, if I was in Hickory, I would be going, my friend, because I like to support you and your endeavors and the arts, and I love movies. So I would be there if I were in Hickory. Sadly, I'll be in Washington, D.C.
Yes.
Then I mean sadly.
That's okay.
Unless you're there.
We'll catch you next year.
But I'll have a good time. Anyway, that's it, boys. You want to wrap it up?
Wrap it up.
For Elliot the intern. For Elliot the intern's intern, Sergeant Marc, have a balls deep. For intern Isaiah, my hayseed Genzi. For Marcus Stamos. For Moose. For the Alan Jackson. I have been and will remain Jon Reep, and I wish you bicycle.
Well, life on the farm is kinda laid back, but I wouldn't know that I'm from a cul-de-sac. Don't chew tobacco and I don't smoke crack. Thank God I'm country-ish. Well, a simple kind of life, never did me no harm, but I do know a guy with only one arm. Keep your fancy smartphones and your self-parked cars. Thank God I'm country-ish. Well, I got a podcast that'll make you giggle. It ain't number one, it's right in the middle. The town's not big, but it ain't too little. It's time for Country-ish. Go on, you.
Hey everybody, it's me again. I just want to say thank you for listening or watching this podcast. You know, we couldn't do this without supporters like you. Oh wait, are you not a supporter? Well, you could be. It's real simple. Go to countryishpodcast.com. Click on the word support. That will take you to our Patreon page. That's our support page. And from there, you can support us many different ways. There's different levels. You got $5 and up. You got Pewter Pro, Rhinestone level, Executive Zirconia, all the way up to Platinum Elite. And all of them come with different rewards. We're talking hats, t-shirts, ginger beard masks, even be a guest on the show. You got to check out our Patreon page. Go to countryishpodcast.com, click on support, and thank you. What was her name? Melanie. All right, so here's the check that Melanie won, and I'm going to sign it over to her right now. And next week, maybe you'll win one. You know what I'm saying? Tune in next week, hit the share button, get on the cruise. Go to JONREEP.com, click on cruise, and come sail the seas with me and Reno and John Heffron, the Sea Amigos cruise, November 5 through 11. We leave out of Port Canaveral, 2023. We go to Roatan, Honduras, Coco Cay, Costa Maya, Mexico, and it's comedy, karaoke, and podcasting, and all the meeting and greeting you can check a stick out.